Let's just go live as well on YouTube as usual. Good morning, Mikovic, Padel, Molini, Vasi. We are waiting now. In a while, we're going to have also the people from the YouTube live. How is trading going, guys? Are you in currently any positions now? Are you planning to take some positions today? Did you do some kind of homework? Good morning, Bernd. Sideways. I just ask for those who just join us from YouTube live streaming. I just ask how is trading going, and some people they're saying sideways, some others quite bad. Pick a pound USD long from the support lower. Good morning. Okay, so as usual, guys, just make sure if you haven't subscribed, yes, and turn on the notification button, just please do it, and you can follow us on Instagram and all the social media. By the way, now I remember I had a comment, a few days ago, I had a comment on one of the live, I think it was the Monday's live streaming, and someone asked, I just make a note, Charles asked a question, how do we know which currency pair is the strongest, and if euro against the US dollar is, if the euro is strong, then what direction would we trade? So I'm happy to answer it today. We have some people from, especially Sarkar from live streaming. It says JPY pairs giving good profits. That's awesome. Trading BTC USD profitable, Burned. That's great. Okay, so let's get on to it. Congratulations to your good trades, guys. That's awesome, really awesome. So as you know, these morning briefings are for educational and technical analysis purposes only. They don't involve any personal financial advice. Okay, the way I explain the market and the trades I participate in, it's solely based on my views about the market and the way I read the charts. Okay. So what's on for today in regards of news? As usual, we are used to see at 9 a.m. local time some news coming from United Kingdom. So they kept the consumer price index, the CPI, at the expected number, 9.1%. Later on at 3:30, we want to have the Bank of Canada reporting their CPI cover as well. So they expect a 0.2% increase, and then we're going to have the Powell testifies on behalf of the Feds. We will see what will happen, but in general, it's a quite low volatility week. Major news announcement was last week, and that's where we had a significant amount of volatility. So we have to see, we have to keep having these smooth trends in the market right now. So saying that, let's just go to the charts. All right. As usual, we will start from the pound US dollar. We are on the 4-hour. We talked about this level here last session and last week as well. We said that we have this move with a higher high. The market spent a lot of time within this bearish range bar, and especially measure it here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 4 hours period spending on this within this range. So the buyers, they didn't seem to be keen to push the price higher. Do you see, guys, how do I read all the market information? It's not just we are in a trend. For example, here you see the market put this dodgy bar, and then the next 4-hour session explode higher. Then a pullback was 1, 2. The third bar here was a pin bar, and then immediately the session after that, boom, the market explodes. So buyers were in control. Here, when the market came at this level, the buyers, they didn't seem to be very keen to push this market high and create higher high. Now, maybe we're going to have a double bottom and take off from there, but maybe we're going to see, like I saw this morning, other pairs, US dollar pairs, they created a lower low. Okay, and we will see that. So if this one is going to fail to hold here and going to create a lower low, maybe we can see the pound retesting this level here. So, but as we said, we trade what we see and not what we think. Okay. Euro, US dollar on the 4-hour, similar scenario here, but we have this fail to break through and create a new higher high. We have this trend line we talked last session, and now we broke below the trend line. We have this swing here, which has been broken now. However, for me, this is an area of interest. Okay, so I'm still flat on this pair. The best way I trade and I prefer to trade is, I will use this example here. We have this range, and we see the market comes with a momentum, try to break these areas. Then another bearish candle here, it broke this area, and it shows that the sellers are keen to push the price lower. That's the number one. Sellers keen to push the price lower, maybe as an establish of a new downtrend. Okay. Then I'm waiting to see what's happening with the pullback, because if you guys watched also my webinar on Monday, you could understand by now that the pullback in a trend, if it's a downtrend, the pullback is a push with higher highs. If it's in an uptrend, a pullback, it's a push with lower lows. Okay, the pullback hides the significance of the trend. If the pullback is shallow and the range of the candles or of the bars, when we say the range, we mean the open and close distance, the open and close distance. If this significantly small, these candles, than the previous trend candle, which in this occasion was this bearish candle here, it means that buyers are not in control in this market, and a shallow pullback indicates a strong trend. So that's the type of market conditions I would like to participate. And during this period, most of the times I stay away from the markets, as I mentioned many times. But if I'm going to participate, I never take full risk. If I risk, which I do risk 2% on each trade from my account all the time, my risk is 2%, the full risk. If I'm going to participate in this type of market condition, which is a bit of uncertainty, I'm going to use 1% maximum, sometimes 0.75%. Okay, so you have to understand that the highest probabilities are when we take the trends. And because I want to be, and I'm very fussy with my entries, I want to take as much high quality, high probability trades. So I can put for this occasion, for example, I enter here. I had my stop above this one here after I saw two trials from buyers to push the price higher, but they couldn't. So a bearish engulfing was formed here. So this one gave me a 4-1. That was a 4-1 trade, if I remember. Yeah, I think that was the 4-1 trade. I exit somewhere here, something like that. So, but you see, the market, it's trying to find its way. So why to go on a full risk on this type of market conditions? Okay. I hope slowly you are learning so you can implement in your trading some important money management rules. Now, Australian dollar, US dollar, we said last time that regardless the pound and the euro, they were keeping above their last swing. We saw the Australian dollar weakness and we had a lower low here. So every pushback on a lower low, it's an established downtrend. The major trend here is down, as you can see. This lower low here, combining with the major downtrend, could give a good entries like this pin bar here on a 4-hour chart, and it's matched with the 50% Fibonacci retracement from here to there. So if that's applied to your rules and you took this trade, you are in a good now the market is approaching this level here, so we cannot expect too many things. If we're going to say we're going to expect the market to push higher and I'm going to buy from here, it's quite risky. However, if this applies to your trading rules and strategies, then consider all the facts about the money management rules and just act accordingly on your best interest. New Zealand looks a bit weak, and in the Asian session as well, we see since the time this market opened, we have lower low, we have lower low, now it's pushing lower. So it didn't manage to stay above this last swing low. So we have a new lower low now in the market. If you are trading from trend lines, or if you are using Fibonacci retracements, let's grab the Fibonacci tool. Now we don't have a reversal, so we cannot say that this is the end of the move. But let's say if the market starts moving higher, golden ratio, it's around 61.8 to 50%, so somewhere here. And be aware that this area here matches perfectly with the last broken swing in the market. This one here, guys. These are high probability trades. I'm not take this trade. However, just understand that the last swings matching with the fib retracement, it's a significant area of interest from many traders. Okay, so any pullbacks here, if that's applied to our trading strategy, any pullbacks here, we can just, if we find our price action, or if you are just blindly put limit orders here and you have your stops above there and you target down here, whatever is in your trading methodology. So for now, I'm interested to see a nice pullback, and then I will consider to short this pair. USD Canadian dollar, I was expecting a bit of weakness here. Now we are approaching around this level of resistance. We will see how the market will react. However, if the pound it's gonna keep pushing lower, the euro the same, lower, Australian dollar, if it's gonna push lower, New Zealand is gonna push lower. It means that US dollar is stronger, so US dollar against the Canadian dollar, we expect to see a push higher. And of course, US dollar against the Japanese yen, we expect to see again a push higher. Now, if you participated in these types of moves here to buy somewhere around here or there, let's say, yeah, it looks like a good trade. Make sure you manage your risks and your positions. Pound, Japanese yen, similar behavior with US dollar, uptrend, same pound yen, uptrend, same euro yen, uptrend. So pound yen, we are retesting this. I put my line to the last area of interest, which it was this one here, the last high point. Okay, some people maybe they put their lines there. I just like to take the entire range of the candle. So this one it's not valid anymore. I don't see any trend line. I cannot show any trend line, valid trend line here, because for me to draw a trend line, I want to see the market giving these swings, which you can use them as trends, as points to draw a trend line. So now it's just a bit of steep incline, so I prefer to use the support only as an area of interest. Okay, so we will see what happens with this one. We cannot ignore the fact that we are in an uptrend. It is an uptrend. We see that this impulse move, it's strong. Same with this impulse move. We have shallow pullback here. Maybe we're going to have shallow pullback here. But if you're going to buy this market, just be aware of this strong area of resistance. Maybe it will hold like happened previously. Maybe not, who knows? Okay, just be mindful when the price is going to reach over there. Same with euro, although euro is closer to approach this resistance. Okay, just again, exactly similar pattern. And in this case, if you're going to trade something, just make sure you find the strongest candidate and take it against the Japanese yen. Euro Canadian dollar, we talked last time about this impulse move. Now we have a bit of complex pullback. We'll wait to see how the market will react here. Do you see, guys, again, the same pattern I talked earlier? It appears here not as valid as before on the downtrend on the euro US dollar, but this bearish candle indicated strong momentum from the sellers. The last 1, 2, 3, and the fourth. Now we are in the fourth 4-hour session. The market didn't manage to push higher. If buyers were strong, the market should push higher. However, just be mindful that we are in a bit of sideways move here. It's not a clear trend at all, and markets tend to behave very random in this type of environments. Okay, so just be mindful if you're going to buy or sell. Acknowledge the fact that we have a lot of obstacles in the middle. If you are buying, just make sure when the market is going to reach your area of interest, if this is going to be your area of interest or if this is going to be your area of interest, just make sure you manage your risk accordingly. And remember, in this type of market environment, in this type of market conditions, we don't tend to risk full percentage of the account, okay? Because it's not a clear downtrend. For example, like this one here, we see it's a downtrend, a pullback down. This one here, exceptional trade to take it. full risk. Yeah, this one here, bearish engulfing, exceptional trade to trade. But now the market start drifting sideways, big impulse moves, immediate pushbacks, goes higher like this, and it drifts around. So all these buyers, where are they? Why they are not pushing the market higher? So just be mindful when you are in a not clear trending market condition. Pound Canadian dollar, the swings here are more smoother than the euro Canadian. You see, it's a bit of different pullback. I draw this morning this trend line here because if this, usually the markets, they move like this, they consolidate, something like that. For some people, these are flags, pennants, okay, they see these patterns, and then they try to take the next break out of this pattern. I don't usually take these patterns. The only patterns I trade are head and shoulders, mostly, sorry. So this one here, I will wait, to be honest, to see what the market is going to do, if it's going to push lower. Okay, in this area, which I have my support, you see the swing, that swing, this retest. So I will wait to see what will happen here. But for me, these pairs, the Australian and the New Zealand, it's more clear than the other candidates. So I'll wait to see what happened there. Euro Australian dollar, finally we start breaking away from this area here, which we stayed for a while. The market, if you remember, put bearish candle, and then the sellers were unable to push the price lower, and then the buyers, they stepped in. It's a bit of a mix, right? There is no clear indication about what the market wants to do next. Now we are approaching with higher lows here on around this resistance. Maybe we're going to break through. If we're going to break through, I would like to see a nice retest and then to position on the long side. If we're going to put a rejection here like this pin bars, then I will see if I want to short this market. Euro New Zealand. On the daily chart, New Zealand behaves a bit weak across the board, so Euro takes advantage as well, which we saw Euro performing quite strong. So again, same, we will see what will happen. So far we have this higher high. Maybe on a pullback here, I will consider with this uptrend to see if we're going to have something here. If it's going to be a pin bar or a bullish engulfing, I'll take this trade, but for now, I'm just sitting on the sidelines. Pound Oz. Again, we are still here. For my trade style, there is no much room until this resistance, here. So even if we're gonna have a pullback, and here there is a valid trend line because we connected 2 points and then we have a higher high here. We have this higher high. Maybe it's going to push a little bit higher. If it's going to come up to this point with now I see if it's going to come up to this area. Yeah, I'm interested to see how the market is going to react. So I'm going to just prepare my trading plan for now. So that's how I prepare my charts. So when I flip to the chart, I will remember that if it's going to come to this point here, I'm interested to see what will happen in Pound New Zealand. We have similar scenario. It's trying to make its way to the highest point. So we will see what happens. Euro Pound just drifting sideways, 2 pin bars in a row on resistance. I don't know, I'm a bit flat on that pair. And Aussie New Zealand, I had that last swing as a point of reference here, although New Zealand showed so much weakness across the rest of the currencies. So for me to take a trade to the downside, I prefer to see strong price action here. Okay. So let's go to some questions. Please, Sarvak is asking, please suggest how we can use trailing stop losses. How much breathing place should we give? That's a great question coming from Surab Sarkar. I hope I pronounce your name correct. He's asking how to use the trailing stop losses and how much room we should give to the trade for breathe. It depends in which time frame you are trading, and the most important, depends under what market conditions you are trading, guys. I will give you two examples. First example, EuroCAD daily. It's a trade. I talked about this trade entry here. I had the stop here, take profit here, 2-1. If the trade comes to a 1-1, let's say somewhere here, and you're going to trail your stop loss here, in this occasion, the trade gave you your full take profit amount. However, because it's in a ranging environment and we don't know how the market will behave, maybe it's going to push back, it's going to pull back, and then it's going to take off until this resistance. So I wouldn't trade stop losses in a ranging market. Now, if we go to a trending market, let's go to Euro US dollar, this one here. I'll talk about this trade now, about this one here. Nice trade, retest this level here, broke, retest pin bar, we can take it to the downside like this. Here, it's difficult to say where you're gonna trail your stop loss, because on a daily chart, many traders, they trade their stop loss above the last high. Every 2 days, they go and they put it above the last high and they wait for the market to take them out. So in this occasion, the market should take you out somewhere here. So, but if you're going to trade swings, for example, let's go to the 4-hour chart. If you're going to trade swings like this one here, usually traders, they tend to put their stop losses above the last swing and waiting for the market to take them out of the trades. Okay. So, but if you're going to trade intraday, let's say you are on the 5-minute charts. On the 5-minute charts, you take the swings, okay, and you don't give the market, you're not going to give the market 30 pips or 50 pips room to breathe on a 5-minute chart, because your trading style on a 5-minute chart should be completely different than the trading style you have on a 4-hour chart, because of the different behavior of the price and the market on the 5-minute chart. On 5-minute charts, the markets, the traders, they feel the volatility, they feel in brackets the volatility, okay, because you see candles, they fluctuated quite significant, which you don't experience in that extent on the 4-hour charts. Okay, so it's occasion by occasion, and it's good to mention this quite often, so you're gonna make your mind around that scenario. Okay. Hello, Forex family from Percy. Percy, we are about to wrap for now. Okay. Good morning, Charles. A bit late, that's okay. So, sorry guys, let's have a look here. Did you discuss, Charles asked, did you discuss about how we look the pairs? Yes, Charles. So, Charles asking, if we know that euro is stronger than the US dollar, in which direction should we trade? If euro is stronger, euro strong, and USD weak, whoop. So we have to buy the euro and sell the USD, which that means on the chart, the pair of euro US dollar we have to be buyers when the euro is strong. If the US dollar is strong and we want to trade US dollar against Japanese yen, we have to buy this pair because the strong is the US dollar. Now, if we are on euro Australian dollar and the second part of the pair is strong, it means if the second part is strong, it means the first part is weak. So we have to sell this pair. All right. Morlin is asking, you have an open position on New Zealand US dollar. However, should we keep it? Look, I'm not in a position to tell you if you have to keep it or not, but I'm in a position to tell you that if that applies to your trading rules, then you have to act on your best interest. Okay. If you think, guys, sometimes we get it right, sometimes we get it wrong. That's the nature of trading. If you have an open position here and you think that the market is not going in the direction you expected it to go, then it's nothing wrong to say to yourself, okay, my initial thought is not working anymore in the market because I'm not the market maker. I'm just trading on the chart. So if I see that something doesn't work the way I was expecting it to work, then I have to act maybe accordingly and differently. Okay. Sarkak, please write a comment on the when we're going to upload the YouTube live stream, because really, guys, we are I always try to give you so much information all the time, and I'm always out of time all the time. Guys, if you really have any questions, please do not hesitate. People from the Zoom streaming, people from the YouTube, people from Telegram, everyone, please go on the YouTube and give us a like on the video first. I really appreciate to see that you like the videos, because it always gives me a good feedback. Any questions you have, guys, any questions, please type them on the comment sections below when we're going to upload the video, and I will go to answer each and every one of that. Okay. It was my really pleasure to be with you for this morning briefing. I hope you gain a lot of value again from this session. Looking forward to see your thumbs up and your likes on the video, and also any questions. And I will see you on Friday morning. Happy trading, and bye for now.